Hello, good evening, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am very excited today because this is one of the topics I really want to talk about, and it's very important to me because I am an advocate for legal migration. And today I'm going to be talking about, based on popular demand, one of the legal ways to migrate. If you have watched my previous video on introduction, you would see where I said I'm presently in Germany and I came through a particular route. And that route is through the study route. And it would interest you to know also that I practically studied in Germany for free. Free, unbelievable, right? But free. The only fees we pay in Germany is called semester fee. But of course, there are universities that are private universities and not public universities, so they are of course not free, so they have tuition fees. But my university was free. So I obtained a master's degree in Germany for free. It is sweet, my belly not be small. So I'm just going to go quickly straight to the point. You need certain things for you to be able to study in Germany. First of all, the most important of all is to get your transcript of records from your university. This one sometimes very dicey because people will say, so my school does not issue transcript by hand. Okay. The big question you should ask yourself, how are others getting their transcript? Because when there's a will, there's a way. You will figure it out. Without your transcript, you cannot get admission to a university in Germany, because in this course of the admission application process, you have to upload your transcripts. So, what are you going to upload? Oh no, my school does not issue the transcript by hand. Or when you need to send it to a particular body that does the authentication, what are you going to say to them? There's no reason that is good enough. We just want to see your transcript. Of course, we know that it is not the official transcript, but we want to see and be able to work on it. And the second step, you have to authenticate your certificate. So, I'm going to show you what the authentication looks like. So, for those of us from Nigeria, we're very used to laminating our documents, you see? And I think it's advisable that if you have not laminated a document, please don't laminate it. Just try to keep it in a folder where it doesn't get stained, because that's one of the reasons we do that. So here is how it shows when you authenticate your document. So they will sign, but I don't know how they have a way of removing the plastic or the lamination from the certificate. So from Nigeria, this is the WAEC. If you can see, this is WAEC, this is WAEC. So it was authenticated. So that is how it would appear. And with a stamp, you cannot see the stamp now. There's a stamp. It's stamped from the Ministry of Education. Thereafter, you take this same certificate to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, because you are leaving your country, so you have to deal with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But it is advisable that you make copies before and after, so you can have them also authenticated. Because if you have, for instance, you made copies of your WAEC, the secondary school, secondary school certificate, you can actually have them also authenticated, like photocopies authenticated, you know. And it's a plus for you, because if you are going to be applying to schools where you have to send your documents, you can actually send that photocopy authenticated documents to them. Then in Germany, if you are studying, it is very important that, or for international students, it is important, this website is called DAAD, DAAD.de. I'm going to be showing you. So this is DAAD.de. So you see, and that's it. It's going to open up like this. And studieren und forschen. But of course, you can change the language to English. Study and research in Deutschland. Change to English. And you see international programs. See? Then here you can actually choose the course type. Are you going for a bachelor? Are you going for a master's? And what language are you studying in? English or the Deutsch or the English, German and Deutsch. So if you open, you see. Then you go to the next. What field of study? Is it languages, cultural study, mathematics, natural sciences, art theory? So you see 44 programs available. Then if you come down, it's showing you how many cities you can study in. 176 cities, 230 participating universities, and 68 subjects, you know. So you can do that the rest on your own. So if I click on the search, for instance, and everything is going to come up. Yeah, see. For instance, this is African Verbal and Visual Arts Languages. It's the University of Bayreuth. You see, tuition fees per semester, none. Here, Architectural and Cultural Heritage is another school. Tuition fees per semester is 750 euros. So there are lots and lots of universities. See, there's none, there's 250, there's 225. There are different universities. You can actually do this on your own. You have to go through and see how it works. Then, just like I showed, are you going to be studying in English or in German? Even though Germany is not an English-speaking country, international students are encouraged to come and study here. So, you can actually study in Germany. There are a number of courses in English, there are a number of courses in German. There are also a number of courses that you can study in English and German. So you can always ask if you are not sure by writing an email to the admissions board. They always respond to emails. Don't be afraid to write. You can write. You can write, you know, and explain to them that you come from an English-speaking country, for instance, and can I study in Germany, even though it's required that you have to show proof of English, you know. So that's one of the reasons you have to send them an email. Then prepare a very strong motivational letter. As part of the application process, you need to write a motivation letter. And this letter must prove that you really want to learn and not just leave your country. Even though it's all encompassing, it's both ways, but you should at least try to convince the admissions officer that you know what you're doing and you really want to learn. So, approximately the wait time for admission is between 2 to 5 months. It depends on the time you applied. So there's summer semester and there's winter semester. You can actually check on the particular school's website and see if the admission period is open and when it closes, you know. Yeah, one good tip. It is very advisable that in the course of you waiting between the 2 and 5 months, you learn the language because you're coming to Germany. Germany is not an English-speaking country. Of course, people can speak English, but in the streets, not everyone can speak English. And you need some street cred, some street relationship, you know. How do you go, for instance, to the shop when you want to buy something and you're asking, okay, or you want to buy milk and you mistakenly see the pack of the the milk or something related to milk and it looks white. Meanwhile, you have gone to buy cooking cream. But you will not know because you don't know what even common milk is in Dutch, you know. Learn the basics. You don't really have to know everything. It's not possible, you know, because you are not a national, so you cannot know everything. Learn the basics, like how are you, you know, okay, when I look at the bus stop, what does this say? Where are we going to? You know, just basic things. Basic things for you to be able to live from day to day. Then, one very important part of the application process is ability to show funds. This can be done in two ways, one through the block account and another through a letter of sponsorship. But I think you have to go with your sponsor when it's time, when you have gotten the admission and everything is okay. You have to go with your sponsor if your sponsor is actually giving you a letter of sponsorship to the embassy. I don't know how it works in my country, Nigeria, if that works, but of course I know that the block account works. And for block account right now, it is required that you have like 10,000, so to say, euros. And this money is left in an account and blocked, just like the name implies. But of course, it's not blocked forever. When you arrive, if you have granted the visa when you arrive, you get a certain amount every month. I think it's between 860 euros because they want you to be able to fend for yourself. They don't want you to depend on the welfare. Even though Germany has a very good welfare system, as students, you should be able to sustain yourself at least for the first 1 year before you at least get a job and get to know about how everything works in Germany. So you have to plan towards the block account. It's 10,000 euros. You can convert that to your local currency. And it is important because a lot of people are falling prey to it. You don't send money to anyone because you are looking for accommodation or you want to secure accommodation. Of course, it's very important that as you get your admission or before you get your admission, you start sourcing for accommodation. But you can actually contact the student body of the International Association, in your university. It's called mostly Studentenweg. So oftentimes you can stay on queue. There's a queue. You can stay on the queue, and once accommodation is free for the next semester, you can actually be called to come and take your place. But do not, even when you see online advertisement, please don't send because you want to secure. It is very important. Please do not send. Do not send money from anywhere to anybody in Germany. A lot of people have fallen prey. I cannot emphasize that enough. So, just like I said, I'm an advocate for do it yourself. But of course, not everybody has the time or the energy to go through the whole process, And suffice it to say that I do personal consultations, but of course for a fee because time is money. So if you are interested, please send the mail to the email on the screen. And lastly, you have to prepare yourself to relocate. Relocating to another land from your motherland is a different ballgame entirely. Most especially for people who don't have anybody in the new place. Even when you have people, sometimes it can really be lonely. So you have to prepare yourself mentally. You have to prepare yourself financially. Try to have some little cash, Otherwise, you get here and everything will just look so frustrating. You might just say, oh my God, how did I end up here? But if you are prepared psychologically, mentally, there's no storm you cannot withstand, And with this, I say good luck on your application. I'm looking forward to your engagement. Ask questions in the comment section and share this video so others can see and learn of the basic ways to relocate to Germany, and also learn that we can actually study in Germany for free. That one is sweet my body for free, oh. But of course, you have to pay semester fees, and this semester fees I failed to mention earlier. It entails your bus ticket for the entire semester, which is like 6 months. So it's a whole lot of time. And the last semester fees I paid was about 140 euros or thereabouts. So you see, it's still basically free. Because if you were to buy the tickets on your day-to-day activities within the school city or within the city where you live, it would even cost more than that. But because a lot of people are contributing, it has made it cheaper for every student to get a student ID card that covers your transportation and the student union fees. So, thank you so much for watching. I am super elated to have you all here. Super, super happy. And thank you so much for your engagement. Thank you so much for my new subscribers. Please do well to click on the notification button, because more and more videos like this are going to be coming. And with this, I say goodbye.